Hey guys, in this video today we're going to be talking and going over what it takes to start your own farmers market. So there's going to be different rules and regulations in each of the states, but for this particular video, we're going to go over the ones that are in Illinois, and they're all very similar around the U.S. It doesn't matter whether you're in Texas, California, or Oregon, you know, or Maine. It doesn't matter. So for the most part, there's going to be code and regulations in each state. There will be codes and regulations in each state, and they're going to be very strict about following them. Okay? So here in Illinois, they're going to first, number one, they're going to want business insurance. Okay, this is for farmers market specifically, kind of more particular restaurant stuff. You know, if you're using a cook with a grill, or if you're using a cook like a cooking stand and a grill, or if you're also just selling basic goods, honeys, chocolates, food trucks, regular items, non-food items are where this video won't help you out too much, but we'll go over non-food items are mostly handmade items that they let you sell at farmers market that you can't really get anywhere else. That's the thing. Farmers markets are usually about getting products you can't just walk into a grocery store and get. So you're gonna have to have something good. Um, the thing of what I was gonna say, the thing that I was gonna say specifically in terms of the codes and the regulations is they are going to want a hand wash station for people that are cooking and preparing food over there. So now the hand wash station is going to just basically be like a container filled with water. You're going to have a bucket to catch the gray water, which sometimes they'll just let you dump in the grass, but for the time being, you have to have a bucket to catch the water. You have to have soap as well too, and then there's going to be three extra buckets on top of that as well. So you're going to have a bucket for with soapy water to wash the dishes, a bucket that's regular water to rinse out the soap, and then a third one with chlorine strips to measure the amount of bleach that you would use. And don't use bleach that's laundry bleach. Use bleach that's um, for dishes, for bathrooms, stuff like that. So then you're gonna have to put some bleach in the water as well too. Test it out, make sure it's at an appropriate level. And then after that, you're gonna have to have a drying rack, and I would recommend keeping a towel as well too to wipe that shit off. So anyway, the from there, I keep a towel underneath the drying rack for your table. So when I'm prepping grilled cheeses for my company, to the Toasty Cheese Company, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna literally have those three stations. We're gonna have the hand wash station. We're gonna cut, and then we're gonna have the bread as far as we can away from there, um, and the cheese as well too, to keep it away from any of that stuff while it dries off. We don't want soap in our bread or our cheese. When if you're gonna carry a mini fridge here in Illinois, it gets pretty hot in the summer, so it can't be in direct sunlight. Otherwise, you'll have to have a tarp over it, and they will literally take a thermometer and measure the cheese, like stick it in the cheese. That's obviously safe, and then they're gonna measure. It's got to be between around 43 degrees Fahrenheit. So they recommend it. If it's like 53 for me, like it was one time in my first event, they're gonna shut you down, and they're gonna tell you to bring a cooler next time with ice to store it, which is much better because the vendor I get the cheese from anyway, when he goes to his farmers markets, the other ones, they also use that method as opposed to a mini fridge. So do it like that. Um, in terms of other stuff like the grill has to be outside the tent. You have to have a tent and 25-pound weights on each side of the tent, whether that's sandbags, whether that's weights. Um, and then after that, you're also going to have the a grill. It's got to be outside the tent, and you have to have a fire extinguisher as well too. You have to have a permit. They'll give you a temporary food permit sometimes, but you're gonna have to pass the food sanitization course, which includes all this stuff. You're gonna have to have business insurance as well too. So business insurance will be anywhere from 500 to 700 bucks for the full year. I would recommend going with State Farm, and then go on top of that as well too. Um, you're going to want to have a how do I put it? So with the fire extinguisher, the food sanitization course, the permit on top of that is going to cost you extra. You're also going to have a commissary kitchen. So a commissary kitchen is where you can't put any of the food at home, can't store any of the food at home, which is stupid. Commissary kitchen allows you to store the products and let you use their kitchen to prep stuff. It's pretty expensive. It's about $1,200 for a full year. Okay? So with the commissary kitchen, you're going to have that. So all in all, that's already, let's say, 1,700 more, 1,800 bucks with insurance in the commissary kitchen and not including transporting supplies. You're gonna have to have a van to transport supplies as well too. Um, that's all very expensive. Or rent one out for 109 a day. Um, and then that's on top of the equipment that you have to buy, the signs you have to have, the bread can usually go in the cooler too, but it's not always the case. Um, so you're gonna have to have all that out. Let's see, I'm trying to think. You're gonna have tables. You're going to have what was I gonna say? Uh, on top of tables, so the grill equipment, the fire extinguishers, the actual bread, cleaning of the grill obviously as well too. I use a Black Rhino, business insurance, all the codes you're gonna have to come up to regulation for the actual market itself. In terms of getting a, sometimes you'll need a business license, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you'll need an LLC, sometimes you don't. They're gonna have to make sure that the health inspector will come around and make sure everything is up to date and okay. Um, and on top of that, you're going to have a what was that other fee that I'm thinking of? The equipment, tables, proper prepping materials, obviously. What's those other fees that I'm thinking of? Give me 1 second here. I'm thinking. That's pretty much it, I guess, for the most part. It's just a lot more than you actually would think. In terms of applying for the actual thing, getting space, getting all the health permit stuff, passing the courses, paying for the courses, and meat is a whole nother, whole nother thing to do. So after that, you're gonna have to, on top of that as well too, on top of the equipment, you're going to have the, like I said, there's just a bunch of codes to pass. Look at specifically for your county, your state, what they require in each farmer's market as well too. Um, the ST2 will sometimes have to be filed as well too for tax purposes as well. Um, just make sure you're getting all the documents because they will shut you down and expect to spend at least 3 grand just to start up. Okay, so we'll see you in the next video. I've had a lot to do today. My brain is kind of off. This is something I do as a side hustle, and I'm very exhausted today, if you couldn't tell. And I've gotten very fat, so that's also leading to my exhaustion as well too. So we will see you guys in the next video. Just do your damn research, know what it is that you need, and I'll make another video going more in depth into detail about what it is that you could do. So yeah, that's what I do for my company. It's very brand new. So we'll see. We'll just see you in the next video. Okay? Bye.